What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now, today we got to talk about the 2026 NBA Rookie of the Year race. Because it's a two-man race. Like, could we say there are others? Sure. But I think right now, point in time specifically, it's a two-man race. And it's crazy because both of these gentlemen come from good stock, right? Y'all know I'm a little biased, but it's actual factual too when I say this. We got to give it up and show some love to both Cooper Flagg and Con Knueppel. You understand me? And very, very good reason why. Now, keep in mind, the Rookie of the Year, it's a regular season award, okay? Now, I know we like to focus on things like win shares and all the advanced stats and whatnot. You can focus on some of those. But things like win shares don't really matter to me as much. Because remember, highly drafted rookies typically go to the bad teams. Now, funny enough, the Hornets were supposed to be one of the bad teams. And the Mavs weren't supposed to be one of the bad teams. Like, unless you say bad as a good thing, the Mavs were supposed to be viewed as a contender. Especially if everybody come back healthy. That was the issue, though. So now they're on a bad team. Meanwhile, the Hornets are actually up-and-comers. So I'm focusing, if we're talking about rookies, I'm focusing on their individual stats. Like the stats, their impact. What do those look like in comparison? So let's talk about both Cooper Flagg and Con Knueppel, shall we? Now, keep in mind, Cooper Flagg, the reasons why we should lean Cooper Flagg, right? He's getting 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.9 blocks on 48% from the field, 30% from 3, and 81% from the free throw line, all right? So he doesn't lose in any statistical category except splits, okay? Splits are the field goal percentage, the three-point percentage, and the free throw percentage, okay? So it's the efficiency aspect. Cooper is more of a two-way player with, at minimum, a similar offensive output. Okay, so on defense, Cooper is much better, and on offense, he given about the same that Con's doing, okay? Now, Charlotte, they're better than the Mavs. Now, if you entered this season, you would have thought the Mavs would be better than the Hornets, but Charlotte is, in fact, better than the Mavs from top to bottom. So Coop has more responsibility and more focus from other teams. We also have Coop was scoring alongside Anthony Davis when AD was still on the Mavs. They both were averaging 20 a game. So it's not like we can say, oh, well, Coop's lucky because he don't have no other. No. Because it's still tough to score now, keep in mind. But Buddy was giving about 20 a game even when AD was on the team. Keep in mind, too, Cooper Flagg also has 3 Rookie of the Month awards. Now, we got Con Knueppel, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.3 blocks on 49, 44, 89 splits, okay? Remember that. Remember what splits are, too, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the efficiency, right? So, like I said, Con Knueppel, the reason why for Con, well, his team is better, so that means we have less ability to score, right? Like, he's possibly the third option on the team. You got Melo Ball, you got Brandon Miller. Those are some interesting ones. He also plays, meaning, 2 less minutes than Cooper Flagg. So not only does he have 2 other people to compete with, but he also plays in less minutes than Cooper Flagg. So the fact that he's 1 point away, 1 rebound away, and 1 assist away from doing what Coop's doing on offense, you got to factor that into. Now, I told y'all Con is the more efficient player, right? There's only one player to keep in mind in the NBA right now that's on a 50, 40, 90 splits. And that's Luke Kennard. Again, another Duke product. I told y'all we come from good stock. But Con is pretty close, okay? Like he is 1 field goal percentage and 1 free throw percentage away from averaging 50, 40, 90, which is disgusting when you think about it because he's a rookie. Also, his team is in the playoff hunt, and he's a respected contributor. Again, at minimum, third option. And you got to factor in that Con Knueppel has had 4 Rookie of the Month awards. Coop had 3, so they're close. They're respectable. Now, you may be wondering, who do I personally lean with? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to give you this answer by taking us into a nice little history debate, right? So what was it, 2004? We had LeBron versus Carmelo, right? LeBron James ended up winning Rookie of the Year. I leaned Carmelo. And let's look at their stats. If we want to go technically, right, Melo has 21 points, 6.1 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.5 blocks on 43, 32, 78 splits. Keep in mind, too, by the way, his team, Melo's team, actually made the playoffs. Braun averaged 20.9 points, 5.8 assists, 5.9 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 1.6 steals, 0.7 blocks on 42, 29, 75 splits. And the Cavs missed the playoffs. I say Melo should have won because he led, emphasis on led, like capital on the LED, his team to the playoffs. Also, Melo won 5 of those 8 statistical categories. Again, when we're talking about points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and then the splits, right? Melo averages more points, more rebounds, and does better on the splits. So because of that, that's 5 out of the 8 statistical categories, the traditional ones, lean Melo. Carmelo also had no other player on his team average 15 plus points. And I'm talking about not rounding up. I'm talking about when you look at it, there's a 1 and a 5. Okay? And again, Carmelo made the playoffs. Braun, he had 3 players averaging 15 plus, and I'll give you that Ricky Davis on that at that team on that time at that with this team, scored or only played 22 games. I'll give you that. Okay, so for like a fourth of the season, they had Ricky Davis. That means you still have 2 players giving you 15 plus, and Braun's Cavs missed the playoffs. It didn't make sense to me outside of the narrative, right? Oh, we want Braun, who's been called the chosen one, to get Rookie of the Year. It wouldn't look right nowadays, especially when we're talking about the GOAT discussions, right? But Melo should have won that Rookie of the Year. I'm talking about bare minimum, it's a co-Rookie of the Year, but I personally thought Melo should have won it because of all the things that we just listed off. So when we look at this year's Rookie of the Year race, right? I told y'all why Coop should be it as well as why Con should do it. Again, they both come from good stock, so I'm not going to be too mad. But if I'm going to be honest with y'all, I think Cooper Flagg should win Rookie of the Year right now. If the season ended today, it should be Cooper Flagg. Now, keep in mind, okay, Coop is currently winning 5 out of the 8 stat categories. And, again, that's all the traditional ones. I'm not talking about advanced stats. I'm not talking about win shares. Con wins in the win shares. But again, his team is a little bit better. So when we're going on the individual stats, they're a lot closer. And in fact, Coop has 1 more statistical categories, like I said. Then we got to factor in Coop is a more well-rounded player. He's playing on both ends of the ball, of the floor. So if we factor in that, and how about Coop's team injured and not helpful enough? That speaks to, again, him being focused on more so than Con does. Because while, yes, Con is close in scoring, his supporting cast, his players that are on the team make it a little bit easier for Con to score. Because quite frankly, who you going to double team? Because you got Con, you got Miles Bridges, you got Brandon Miller, you got LaMelo Ball. All of them are averaging 18 plus points. So Con has 3 players on his team that are averaging 18 plus. Cooper Flagg only has 1 player that's averaging 15 plus. And I'm talking about outside of himself. Only 1. That's kind of tough. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm looking at this, has Con Knueppel been playing well? Yes, he has. And to be clear, it's still available for Con to win. Because let's say Coop starts not playing as well. Let's say his points per game starts to diminish, right? Let's say some of these, like the rebounds, the assists, let's say some of those dip. Or maybe even on the defensive end. Okay, now we got to have a discussion then. Because that's what's holding up Con. Statistically, he's not matching up to Coop in terms, I'm lying. He matches up. He just doesn't surpass him, respectfully. But on the flip side, though, Con has to keep being this efficient. because he's only one field goal percentage ahead of Cooper Flagg. I like to assume 3-pointers and free throws, he going to get outright. But Coop kind of close in terms of field goal percentage. That's something that's doable. So again, Con Knueppel can still pull this out, but he could also lose too, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, point in time, Cooper Flagg is my Rookie of the Year race. I'm going to keep following this because I want to see who's ultimately going to win out. But this is a good one. And I'm not just saying this because we from Duke. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying this because these boys are actually hooping. And I can't wait to see both Con and Coop come to the end of the season. 3 Rookie of the Years between them. 4 for Con. Like, that's not bad when you think about it. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this Rookie of the Year race is going to be entertaining. And I hope the right person does win it. Because, again, we got to pay attention to time as it goes on. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm curious who you all are leaning towards. Before you heard this audio, were you leaning Coop or Con? And then now, have I changed your mind a little bit? Maybe you were a Coop fan and maybe you heard some things about Con where you're saying, dag, maybe I got to put Con as my Rookie of the Year recipient. Or maybe you were thinking Con should win it and now you're thinking Cooper Flagg should win it. I want to hear your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. So please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, tell anybody who's anybody about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you are all having a good one. Take care.